Well, a lot of people ask me, why do I do this? I am so passionate about this. I honestly would do this job if it was volunteer work. I don't know that I do it 3 days a week, but I would do it at least once a week. Fortunately for me, they pay me to do it 3 days a week. Why am I so passionate? In my lifetime, I've been directly responsible for 5 different people's spinal arrangements from beginning to end. And it would have been easier for me, one, if they had a plan, and for the ones that did have a plan, they did not have an effective plan. I really feel Neptune Society to be a well thought out, effective plan. Most recently, March that just passed, marked 3 years that I lost my maternal grandmother, and 5 months later I lost my mommy. You never think you're going to die the same year your mother dies. My grandmother was 96, my mom was 79. My mom was a planner. She had a preemie plan. What my mom had, she had a burial policy for $10,000. When she bought it for $10,000, she felt that was going to suffice. My mother's arrangements were well above $16,000, right at $17,000. Tell you how much of a planner my mom was. My mom was a woman who planned to be on this earth a lot longer than 79 years, and I can say that because up until 19 years before my mother died, she was on her same exercise regimen, which was, my mother did Taibo, kickboxing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and she did Pilates every Tuesday and Thursday. The only day she rested was Sunday. She was a preacher's wife. 8 months before my mom died at the age of 78, I saw my mom do a complete splits on the floor and get back up. My mom could stand in one position and put her palms on the floor without bending her knees. If you want to be embarrassed, let your 79-year-old mama have a better shape than we, her children. My mom ate no red meat. She only ate poultry and fish, fruits and vegetables. So my mom lived pretty textbook on what do you do to have a long life. A lot of people would say, what happened? 2.5 years before my mom died, she was diagnosed with a very rare cancer. Let me tell you people, that cancer does not care about the color of your skin, the length of your hair, old age, or young age. Cancer is taking people out of here left and right. I don't know about you. I can think back to when I was a child. I don't remember so many people dying of cancer. Now, it's a common thing. My children hear it all the time. So-and-so's aunt died of this cancer. The next-door neighbor died of this cancer. So, like to say, why do I do this? It's because I'm taking something that was extremely horrific in my life, and I'm turning it around for good, and I'm expelling knowledge and information to people, because I truly believe that people perish because of the lack of knowledge. If we don't know any better, we can't do any better. So for me, it's therapy. I get to share with you who my mom was, but out of that, I get to help you. Have you had to deal with losing someone before?
Yes. Painful.
It is. It's very painful, and the grieving process, it's not an overnight thing. But it's going to help immensely if you have some type of plan put in place. Let's do some role playing. Go ahead and close your eyes, and I want you to imagine the person that you love the most. Go ahead, close your eyes. Good. Now that you have that person's image in your mind, now, heaven forbid, if something should happen to them. I want you to envision if all of a sudden you saw that person that you love so much, grabbing their chest and trying to gasp for breath. Right in front of you. The question is, what would you do? Let's see, you'd call 911. The individual would be taken to the hospital. And once you're there, the individual will be pronounced deceased. what do? This happened so suddenly, like my mom, it wasn't cancer. It was something that just happened. Well, if you do not have a plan put in place, the hospital, according to the law, they have to hand you a phone book. Because they're going to ask you, what do you want to do? And if you don't have a plan, they're going to hand you a phone book, a 1,000-page book, and tell you to look in there to get things started. This is why we all need to make a pre-need plan. Wouldn't you agree? With the subject matter are two terms that come into play. One is at need, A-T, at need. The other is pre-need. At need means if you should die today, tomorrow, or whenever, and you haven't purchased anything, the very ones that love and care about you are going to find themselves at need. They're going to find themselves at a point in their life where they're going to have to make some very important decisions at a very emotional time, and they're going to have to get up off of some money and fast. And I don't know about you, I've made decisions when I was emotional. It didn't fare me well. That's why they say don't make a decision if you're going through a divorce or if there's a death in this family, because you really are not of sound mind. You're shaking your head. You've been in that position.
Yes.
Yeah, we all have. And now the flip side to at need is pre-need. This is where it allows you to take responsibility for yourself now, so that the very ones that love and care about you will have time to grieve, will have time to celebrate your life, versus being overwhelmed with such heavy decisions. Let me see here. This is actually the theme of the seminar, is gift. A pre-need plan with Neptune is less about you as much as it is with those who love you. You really are leaving them your final gift. Let's see. Now, how many of you out there have car insurance? Okay. You wear your seatbelt?
Yes.
Chances of now get this, chances of having an accident on the way to this very venue is 10,000 to 1. The irony is that you are prepared for something that might happen, not for something that will happen. And the ratio of passing away is actually 1 to 1. It's 100%.
Yeah.
You know, we human beings are pretty interesting people. Tell me what sense this makes. We carry health insurance because we might get sick. We carry car insurance in case we're in an accident. But not enough of us carry some type of insurance or assurance for something that is not a maybe. It is not a might. It's just a matter of when. Now, do you understand the need for a pre-need plan? Here's 3 questions for you. 1, ask yourself, have you already decided that cremation is your final destination? 2, do you have a will? Is cremation mentioned in the will? And number 3, are you a U.S. veteran? Why do I ask these questions? First of all, some of you here today are still trying to decide between traditional burial and cremation. And if that's the case, I'm going to enlighten you on certain things of the variable between the two. Number 2, do you have a will? Some of us have wills already written out. Some of us don't even listen to that we want to be cremated. And even if we do list that we want to be cremated, we haven't taken it the final step and do the pre-need plan with cremation. Because I could sit here and tell you I got a bank full of money, thousands and millions of bucks, and I could say that. But if that's not actually the case, it's really for naught. And are you a U.S. veteran? First of all, if you are, I thank you. We all thank you for your service. But reason why this is asked right now is because you are entitled to certain benefits as a veteran, with having to do with your decision to be cremated or buried. So we'll cover those things.